what should I have for breakfast? Okay, so everyone always asks this question, and it's a very, very good question because your breakfast sets off your neurotransmitters for the rest of the day. So what that means is basically the food that you eat kind of basically in big part can play a role in how you're going to feel for the rest of the day. So I personally recommend a protein and fat heavy breakfast for most of my clients. Now, the main reason for this, for most people, it doesn't work for everyone, but for most people is it tends to result in far better sustained energy levels in the morning and then going towards lunchtime, as opposed to carbohydrate breakfasts that just seem to lead in energy crashes. Okay, so a lot of people will be used to a high carbohydrate, high glycemic breakfast. So whether that's a croissant, you know, maybe just catching a latte, so you know the milk in there, with, or even a lot of breakfast cereals will be digested into the body very, very, very quickly. So this quickly leads to the energy is absorbed into the body very, very fast. It hits the bloodstream, and so it can basically lead to a fast rise in energy and then boom, a fast peak. So for most people, that doesn't tend to work too well, especially if you've got a busy job and you have to concentrate really well all the time. It's not very good for you if you're in the middle of a board meeting and your energy crashes. Not much good. So whilst you sleep, your body metabolizes fats as a primary energy source. Okay, so stored body fat. So your body burns fat while you sleep. So when you have your breakfast, okay, so the reason I said it was funny is break the fast of sleeping, it's advisable, at least it makes sense to me, to have a fat and protein dense breakfast. So the reasons being, one, you continue to burn fat as your primary energy source, so you don't have to switch your metabolism over to carbohydrates. Number two, if you're looking to optimize your body composition, it makes sense to certainly get a good serving of protein in. And number three, again, if you're looking to optimize your body composition, so by that I mean having more muscle tissue, less fat tissue, or just maybe less fat tissue, protein is actually more thermogenic than its counterparts, fat and carbohydrate. So it burns, I believe, 20% more calories than fat and carbohydrates. So you eat 100 calories of protein or 100 grams of protein, and it's going to take 20% more energy to burn that than it will for fat or carbohydrate. Okay, so what constitutes the ideal breakfast? If I'm saying fat and protein breakfast, that's no good if you don't know what to eat. Okay, so personally what I like to do is alternate between, I'll either have a nuts, and I like to throw in an apple in there as well, so 50 grams up to 100 grams, depending on how lean you already are, or you know what your goals are, how fast your metabolism is. So 50 grams of nuts with an apple, and again, mix up the nuts as well. You know, whatever you like, whether that's mixed nuts, almonds, cashews, you know, you choose. An apple I like because it's got pectin in it, which I believe suppresses your hunger. Now, whether that's true, or whether that's been scientifically proven, at least anecdotally, from my experience, it does the trick. That certain amount of sweetness, not artificial, and then bang, you're getting the fat and protein from the nuts, just works a treat for me personally. Okay, so the second breakfast will be an egg-based breakfast. So, you know, however you like your eggs, man. Scrambled, poached, boiled, frittata, so you can basically make a kind of thick omelette. I think it's really important as well, you don't just have your fats and proteins without any fiber in. So it's really, really important that you get a serving of fruit or vegetables with that as well. So chopping up some tomatoes with the scrambled eggs. Basically, it just aids digestion. So roughage is very, very important for making up the bulk of what comes out of you, basically. So keeping all your digestive function working well. So yeah, you've got, you know, an egg-based breakfast, a nut-based breakfast, and lastly, the last one I go for. So it depends how well suited you are to this, but it would be a meat-based breakfast. So thinking of, you know, think of dishes such as like kedgeree. So they have mackerel, eggs, tomatoes. I think that's what Kedri's got in it. Steak, if you're that way inclined. I think they call it the astronaut's breakfast. The breakfast of champions, steak and eggs. Yeah, salmon. I mean, it's up to you to mix it up. But again, I will include a source of fibre in there. Okay, so basically, hope that helps. Yeah, the best breakfast is a protein and fat breakfast. Why? Because it sustains your energy throughout the day. It allows you to carry on burning fat as your primary energy source. And plus the protein helps you to optimize your body composition because number one, it's thermogenic more than its counterparts, fat and proteins, which means you use a lot more fat and carbohydrate, which means you use a lot more energy to digest protein. And number two, it's a building block of muscle. So you have a lot of protein and it's going to be far easier for you to build muscle. Alright, thank you very much. Any questions, you can inbox me on my Facebook page, Lean London Fitness Camp, or you can email me, Tim Robinson at leanlondonfitnesscamp.com. Thank you.